So the grand challenges in wind farm control are basically related to the complexity of the problem. So this is partially still due to the fundamental physics underlying the flow, the aerodynamics of wind farms. So you have a very complicated, very high-dimensional turbulent airflow through the wind farm. The turbulence interact with that and further add turbulence and complexity to the flow. And so it leads to an enormously complex, big control problem on the one hand, and also to a very enormously complex physical system that we don't even see because air is transparent, right? And it's also very difficult to measure. So it's very difficult to understand what is happening. And then if we would understand what's happening or be able to measure what's happening, then it would still be very difficult to predict then what exactly you should do to improve on the situation. So that's basically the fundamental challenge that you have in wind farm control. From an industrial perspective, if you look at wind farm control, there's at this moment also still a lot of challenges. And one of the biggest challenges at this moment is to just being able to benchmark whether wind farm control works or not, and what is the gain that you get out of it. Unfortunately, the weather is always changing, so you cannot just simply say, today I'm testing the wind farm control and tomorrow I'm testing the same farm without wind farm control, and by the difference I would know whether the control works, because over the day the weather will have changed. So from a statistical and measurement perspective, it is still very challenging to just quantify the gains that you make. So if you have a gain, let's say you have a gain of say 5% in energy extraction, which is huge in terms of the margin and the cost that you have of the system. That is very difficult to measure because of the large variability in a farm. So for the industry, I think the biggest challenge at this point is to get to a reliable testing environment on the farm to see whether the control works or not.